It is May 23rd, 2023, and this is the latest news update from Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, Erasing Borders. And now, news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC-born Rob or DC Rob. I have a few stories for you today. I have approximately 6 stories. I had 7. I took one out. I'm going to keep it separate. And one that was disturbing. And I literally sat here for 15 minutes trying to decide whether or not to post it or not. Ultimately, I'm going to post it within this news program. It's maybe a couple extra minutes long, but I think it's something you need to know. And I'll tell you why when we get to that video. But the first video, unfortunately, the first story, unfortunately, has to do with an American that has passed. Let's jump into this story. An American citizen was discovered dead in his residence in Robledo, La Aurora, located in the city of Medellin. The authorities have not determined the cause of death for the 60-year-old man, identified as William F.M., originally from New York City. The deceased individual's partner made the grim discovery after the man failed to answer his phone calls. She promptly notified the authorities to attend to the situation. Upon confirming that the man had no signs of life, forensic experts conducted a thorough examination of the body within his residence. The Colombian Institute of Legal Medicine and Forensic Sciences will analyze whether the case may be linked to a suspected drug overdose involving hallucinogens. Okay, so there you go. Definitely unfortunate. Hopefully there's more news to come soon. This next story has to do with extortion. A man and 2 women, Colombians, who are extorting locals and I believe foreigners as well by requesting nude pics of them. But anyway, let's just jump into this story right quick. A man and 2 women have been accused of obtaining intimate photos from their victims through false online profiles in order to later extort them in Medellin. The 2 women have taken responsibility for their actions. A prosecutor from the Risaralda section has pressed charges against 2 women and 1 man, alleging that they extorted at least 2 individuals whom they met on social media platforms. Diana Catherine A.M., Lady Viviana C.V., and Javan Andres G.F. are believed to have used fake online identities to establish trust with their victims. On February 22, 2022 and January 16, they managed to convince the victims to send them nude photos. It is presumed that the next day, the alleged extortionists contacted the victims once again, with one of them impersonating a national police officer. During the conversation, the imposter in police uniform informed the victims that the sexually explicit photos had supposedly been sent to minors, and as a result, they would face criminal charges, stated the prosecutor's office. To avoid the alleged legal consequences, each of the individuals who had sent the images was coerced into transferring 3 million pesos. Following these events, one of the defendants was apprehended in the town of Uzmi in Bogota, while the other 2 were captured in the Caribe and Manrique San Pablo neighborhoods of Medellin. The defendants have been charged as possible perpetrators of aggravated extortion. As determined by the judges overseeing the guarantee control, the man has been sent to prison, whereas the 2 women will undergo the criminal process while remaining free. The latter have accepted their responsibility for the crimes they have been accused. Okay? There you have it. Okay, a quick story from Cartagena. I don't know whether this is good or not. Well, this is bad. I know it's bad. When I'm thinking, I don't know if it's good or bad as far as where it is, and that I try not to do. Well, it's not like I'm looking for bad news, but what I'm putting out here is what I think American expats there want to know and need to know. Because as I said before, I said briefly in a message the other day, you are a representation of where you come from. So if you act up, you're a representation of Americans. Wherever you go, if you're a Black American, you portray what a Black American is like. So here we are in Cartagena. This is not Americans, by the way. This is not Americans. But look at what these people are doing. It's sick. But anyway, check this story out. The video depicting a couple engaging in sexual activity on the beaches of La Boquilla has caused outrage in Cartagena. This distressing incident occurred in broad daylight, right on the beach, in the presence of children and families who had flocked to the resort at that time. During the recent festive weekend, an appalling and degrading scene unfolded on the beaches of La Boquilla, situated to the north of Cartagena. In the midst of families and children enjoying the scenic beauty of one of Cartagena's finest beaches, a couple engaged in sexual activity. This situation, which has stirred great indignation in Cartagena, where both authorities and citizens strive for sustainable and responsible tourism, was captured on video and has since gone viral on social media. The issue of this detrimental form of tourism continues to escalate on the beaches of La Boquilla. Every weekend, buses packed with people arrive from the municipalities of Atlantico and Bolivar, seeking the beach, the breeze, and the sea. Hundreds of families disembark from these buses, laden with food and alcoholic beverages. Many individuals come to this beach to indulge in excessive drinking, drug use, and engage in sexual activities, leaving the sea and sand strewn with piles of garbage. Consequently, there are frequent altercations, and children bear witness to this chaos, disrupting what should be ideal family outings. The exploitative nature of tourism that permeates the beaches of La Boquilla is further aggravated by the fact that these visitors do not patronize local kitchens or eateries. They bring their own food, mostly packaged and disposable, along with drinks in single-use bottles. These items, mere hours later, contribute to the mounting heaps of garbage, thus polluting one of Cartagena's most picturesque resorts. Okay, so there you go. I mean, it is what it is. It is Cartagena, and that is what it is. My next story, this is the story that I sat here literally for 10 minutes trying to decide, 10, 15 minutes. Should I post this? Should I do it separately? Should I put it in a private group? By the way, if you want news and you want news daily, Luis, our group moderator, churning this stuff out. Not only Medellin and Colombia news, but travel news as well. So if you want that, you need to join our group. Send me your WhatsApp number and your name to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll send you an invite. But this story right here has to do, well, the title was Man Stabbed, Find Out Why. Okay. And that's the way I entitle it. American Stabbed and Find Out Why. Because this sick, anyway, let's jump into the story right quick. An attempted murder in Medellin led to the discovery of sexual abuse of minors committed by an American. Michael Wayne Roberts, a high school teacher, was stabbed multiple times in the Laurels neighborhood in July 2021, nearly resulting in his death. However, the subsequent arrest of the attackers unveiled a shocking truth. The assault was linked to cases of sexual abuse against minors involving foreigners in the city. El Colombiano obtained details of the case of this 41-year-old American teacher, who had already been sentenced to 7 years in prison in his home country for engaging in illegal sexual conduct with minors abroad, as determined by a district judge in West Texas. This sentence reflects the accountability for the heinous and predatory crimes committed by those who engage in sexual conduct with minors, regardless of where it takes place, stated District Attorney Jaime Esparza. Roberts, who taught classes to teenagers aged 12 to 14 in a high school in Austin, Texas, came to Medellin during the pandemic. Between December 2020 and June 2021, he used Facebook to contact women who were of similar ages to his students, offering to date them and providing money in exchange for satisfying his sexual desires. One of the victims shared with El Espectador, "At first, I was supposed to clean the apartment, but then he offered me money to have sex. Considering all the needs I had in my house, I agreed. I had never had sex before, so I thought it would be normal." During these sexual encounters, Roberts would often engage in physical and verbal abuse, which eventually led to the attack against him, as revealed by the Directorate of Protection and Special Services of the National Police, the agency responsible for initiating the investigation after receiving testimony from 2 victims who were also involved in the assault. As a result of the near-fatal attack, Roberts was transported on a humanitarian flight to Austin for recovery. Due to ongoing proceedings in Colombia and the transnational nature of the crimes committed, DPRO collaborated with personnel from the United States Department of Homeland Security Investigations and the NGO Operation Underground Railroad, which supports victims of sexual crimes against minors. Statements were collected from the 2 victims involved, who were apprehended and are currently undergoing the process of restoring their rights. According to DPRO, they also identified a 3rd victim who filed a complaint, as well as 2 additional victims who chose not. Here's how the arrest operation proceeded. Through the collection of evidence by the National Police and HSI, both countries' authorities were able to locate the teacher's residence in Round Rock, a town approximately 40 minutes away from Austin, on September 15th of the previous year. A federal grand jury had issued the warrant on September 6th. The arrest was carried out in the presence of Robert's 12-year-old daughter, whose room was found to contain certain sex toys, initiating an additional investigation. However, judicial sources clarified that the minor had not been victimized by any sexual crime, and there were no reports of incidents involving Roberts and his students in the United States. During the initial investigations into the attempted murder in Laurels, the police discovered Robert's cell phone, which was subsequently placed under police custody. Once the motives for the attack were uncovered, a forensic analysis was conducted, revealing images of naked minors on the device. As a result, Roberts is also facing charges of child pornography. He was a frequent visitor. Although the reports were filed within a 6-month period, Roberts had been a frequent visitor to Colombia and even possessed a foreigner's identity card. Migration Colombia records show that he had made 79 entries and exits from the country since June 2008. Prior to 2020, there was no knowledge of any criminal activities committed by him. Again, 666, and unfortunately, the fool is from Texas. Go figure. I know Round Rock very well. Anyway, I have two. Let's get lighter as we go. I have two more stories, and the next one is about the Nudie Bar Hotel, and there is not Nudie Bar, but Nudie Bar Hotel. There's a Nudie Bar Road, off of just north of 33rd. But this hotel is one that I must visit, and this is a place that unfortunately I have to tell you about before I get to go visit myself. Now, I never send anybody any place to take pictures unless you're going out with security, or you're in a group and you pull out a camera right quick, and somebody says, should I take a video of it? But don't pull your camera out on my expense. But by all means, if you go to this Nudie Bar Hotel and get to the La Cava Bar, a hidden bar in Medellin that no one knows about, evidently, if you get over there, take some video, please, and send it back to me, because this is one that I want to visit. I want to see myself. So let's check this story out. La Cava, a little-known jewel that resides beneath the Nudie Bar floor, is an extraordinary underground bar nestled within a tunnel that links the iconic Nudie Bar Hotel to another building. While extensive coverage has been dedicated to the Nudie Bar Hotel, attempting to contribute something novel to the narrative would be redundant, verging on absurd. Tales of Gaetan's visit shortly before his demise, Zubeldia's leisurely strolls through the lobby, Pele's overnight stay, and the performances of the renowned Lucho Bermudez Orchestra have been recounted ad nauseum. Yet, concealed beneath the hotel's foundations lies a tunnel that has remained relatively inconspicuous, preserving a passage beneath the city complete with air conditioning and an ample supply of libations. The construction of the Nudie Bar commenced during the city's 20th century golden age in 1937. Adjacent to the hotel, the Nudie Bar Express was erected as a complimentary establishment, serving as an extension of the main headquarters for numerous years. To facilitate seamless connectivity between the two structures, a tunnel was ingeniously constructed, enabling employees to traverse effortlessly. One of the tunnel entrances accommodated the laundry facilities, ensuring the smooth operation of the hotel's day-to-day activities. Over time, myths and legends gradually enveloped the tunnel, fostering tales of its utilization as an escape route for drug trafficking kingpins during a darker era in Medellin's history. However, such rumors hold little relevance within the annals of history, serving as mere gossip. What truly holds significance is the tunnel's preservation and its accessibility to anyone wishing to explore this hidden marvel beneath the bustling cityscape of Medellin. The inexplicable reason behind the tunnel's relative obscurity remains a mystery. The entrance, situated at the mouth of the tunnel, where the laundry once thrived, now houses a bar exuding a captivating bohemian atmosphere. Positioned on the right-hand side of the hotel, visitors are beckoned into a realm reminiscent of an era long past. Stepping through its entrance reveals a labyrinthine expanse adorned with wooden finishes, effectively transporting guests to a bygone time. The bathrooms proudly showcase sinks adorned with golden details, their faucets exuding a resplendent hue reminiscent of the hotel's glory days when distinguished guests graced its halls. This unique bar, aptly named La Cava, endeavors to revive the essence of the tunnel, reclaiming its historical significance and transforming it into a beacon of cultural importance. Within the confines of La Cava, time seems to stand still, blurring the boundaries between day and night, enveloping patrons within an otherworldly embrace. Furthermore, it stands as a tranquil haven amidst the tumultuous heart of Medellin's city center, leaving visitors astounded by its juxtaposition with the surrounding chaos. On a typical Thursday afternoon, patrons find solace in savoring half a glass of rum or indulging in a bottle of Bailey's, serenaded by an eclectic array of popular melodies permeating the establishment's atmosphere. However, the current clientele's inclination leans towards vallenato, and the soulful voice of Romualdo Brito reverberates through the speakers, gifting the ambience a subtle allure, akin to a captivating dance beneath Medellin's very core. La Cava, with its sloping design reminiscent of a submarine's interior, harbors a peculiar secret, a forbidden door that beckons with an enigmatic allure. Behind this enigmatic entrance, a subdued, dimly lit white light emanates, akin to the ambience of a hospital room. Although unmarked, it evokes an aura of intrigue and mystique, enticing daring souls to venture closer. Yet, as one approaches, the sense of mystery quickly dissipates. Okay, so there you go. Somebody send me some video if you can, because this is the type of thing that I like to experience. But anyway, my next story and the last one is, I like to leave on an even lighter note today, and that will be the question, is Shakira coming to Medellin, Colombia? And this has to do with a statement that the mayor made, because she didn't say she was coming. Anyway, maybe he's being positive thinking out there. But anyway, is Shakira coming to Medellin? Check this story out. Will Shakira come to Medellin? Mayor Quintero speculates about this possibility, creating excitement and anticipation. Through a tweet, the mayor opened up the idea, following his previous success in bringing RBD to the city. Let's take a look at the list of confirmed artists scheduled to perform in Medellin. Mayor Daniel Quintero's tweet on May 17th, who agrees with me that we want Shakira in Medellin, sparked excitement among the singer's fans from Barranquilla and raised skepticism among others. Many interpreted the tweet as a potential opportunity, considering that the mayor had previously announced the RBD concerts at Atenasio Girardot for November of this year before confirming them. However, it's important to note that everything at this point is speculative, as Shakira does not currently have any scheduled tours. She is currently focusing on rebuilding her private life in Miami following her complex separation from Gerard Piqué. Shakira has only performed once in Medellin back in the late 90s when she had a show at Atenasio Girardot Stadium. On that day, she was accompanied by actor and singer Alejandro Martinez. Her last two performances in Colombia were in 2018, with concerts in Bogota and Barranquilla. Meanwhile, there are more upcoming musical events taking place in the capital of Antioquia. The Medellin Mayor's Office is one of the sponsors of Camadeo, a concert scheduled for July 29th at Atenasio Girardot as part of the Flower Fair. The event will feature artists such as Farruko and Paulina Rubio. Currently, there are 13 exciting musical shows lined up in the city of Medellin for the upcoming weeks. Okay, so there you go. And that was a quick one, but I hope she comes. I won't be going. Just the name Girardot or Girardot Stadium, I don't want to go just because they play soccer over there. And I know what happens when it's at the end of the soccer game. So that type of crowd, J Balvin, none of that. I wouldn't go. But if you go, let me know how it is. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been hopefully information that is useful for you. Again, I do this for people who want to live there, who want to move there, who want to work there, and also for expats. They have need for English news, because everything there, of course, is Spanish. And if you don't speak Spanish, and even if you do, why the challenge? Wouldn't you just want to hear it in English? So, and that's why I do this. So if you get any benefit out of it, do me a favor and go down and hit like, subscribe, and share any of my videos. Thank you guys so much. And if you didn't see me last night on Tailor Made Dreams, I'm going to leave a link to it at the end. We had a good interview last night, and we actually were joined by Andre from Love Crossing Borders, who's in Cali. I thought he was in Barranquilla, something like that, but he's actually in Cali. So he jumped on and we had a good conversation. But anyway, check that out. There'll be a link at the end. Thank you guys for watching. Travel, but travel safe. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Maury. Contact information in the description below. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.